Yeah, so like you guys have to suffer, unfortunately.
We're glad you're here, Stone. We need a quality of assurance with the way this conversation's
Yeah,
been
good to
going.
be here. Good to be
Thank you,
here.
bro.
What's up, Stone? We were talking differential leveling earlier and surveying, specifically the old theodolite and angle measurements.
How
Get
is that spelled? With a T or a G? Theodolite or
out the
G?
old golden theodolite for worshipping.
Yeah, but like, isn't it true that all the measurement interpretation they do with their missing bottom information measurements or compressed angles, however you want to look at it, all they're doing is ignoring all of their empirical evidence for the things that they know exist and they can computate reliably, like angular resolution, atmospheric opacity, regular refraction, temperature, humidity, things like that. They ignore all that and they go look at all the curvature we measured because we know down to the centimeter the height of the object with which we're measuring. So therefore, we know how much is missing. So look, lo and behold, 1-for-1, this is how much curvature we therefore measure. That's the basis of the whole thing optically, or am I missing something?
That and the unrecognized error in the instrument and all of the meteorological conditions that can change those observation values in between. Yeah, on and on.
So you're saying there's a huge plus or minus fluctuation throughout the day, and kind of optically measuring something doesn't really mean anything in terms of like when you're doing angles that are that small over those distances. It's just kind of like it could go either way.
There's so many variables and they account for none of them, and they're like, "Look, I found curvature." It's like how they claim to isolate a virus, almost exactly. They do nothing and they claim all of it. Like, look, here it is, curvature.
Good one.
Yeah, another thing is they don't account not only for those conditions, but the conditions at the target location. It's one thing. They don't do it at the observer location either, or in between. So like India was also saying, we were talking about the other night, about how the Atmos isn't idealized or homogenized, right? It's there's different pockets throughout that it's between you and your observer location, which could be a plus or minus in terms of the refractive conditions that are in between you and that observer location. Like it could be up, down, up, down, up, down the entire way. Like it could fluctuate that much.
Yeah, there's that one well-known time lapse of it fluctuating tremendously within like one day, and it's just
Skunk
like
Bay, yeah.
from the morning to the end, and you're like, okay. So if you're saying this is a physical geometric Earth curve, then the Earth is like wobbling throughout the day, so much so that its static dimension is causing this horizon to dip and bobble. Like, no, obviously this is an optical effect, and it's caused by these optical conditions, and it's exacerbated close to the surface at the drastic temperature change, etc. Right? So all of that into account, and they're like, oh, you know how we can find curvature? They ignore all that and look through everything you just said.
Yeah, pretty wild.
Good times, good times.
Worshipping at the theodolite altar. That is what it is, too. As soon as they bring up the theodolite, dude, the survey guy, like he came out with his chest out so tough though. Like I know surveying, and I've been slapping around people on TikTok. That was his confidence level.
Well, weren't we all like that out of the gate? We're ready to slay the dragon, you know? But then we found out how much we didn't know. Yeah.
It's a good point.
Yeah, but we were never like that on this side though. And he's just like he's been dealing with other flat earthers. I don't even know what their arguments are, but I guess he's been playing it. Dude, Sacred Team didn't know who he was. I guess he was the surveyor. But anyway, the whole point was, once you get into the geodetic corrections, it's a self-identified plane surveyor who went right into differential leveling with them trying to apply that under 100 square meters. Literally saying that the difference you get from, comparing from the stakes or whatever you set out in between incrementally and cumulatively would then be a differential. Like that would be, oh, look at all the curvature we found again, doing the same exact thing. But even that is always calculated, and literally the refraction error estimated within the same increment is almost an exact wash for the amount of calculated curvature. So his big thing was we can calculate how much curvature there should be, and then we can wash it right out with refraction. But he didn't tell you that, right? So the refraction correction is like 9/10 of the amount of the margin that they're claiming to measure curvature. And that's the beauty of differential level. Wash it right out with refraction, but he didn't tell you that, right? So the refraction correction is like 9/10 of the amount of the margin that they're claiming to measure curvature. And that's the beauty of differential leveling at under 1,000 meters. So everybody learned something or whatever.
Some people learn something.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like they're like, honestly, like he's like, I'm a professional, and I was like, okay, then when I ask you questions, I'll listen to your answer. I'll give you that courtesy. I definitely don't think he did the same. You know, like, oh, is you done talking? I'll just say my next thing. So it's sort of engagement.
So this is my first little ether community space because I've been working or whatever. But do we bring up Globers up here or what? Because I might have a couple.
Should any
If they-
venture in here?
They show up, yeah.
Okay.
They're a little nervous. Apparently, I don't know, man. They say they're gonna take all of February off and not bother us.
It's respect, dude.
That's what I said. I was like, dang, I didn't know we deserved. God is good. Thank you.
I don't think that you guys understand the relationship that we have. When, like, you know, like when you get a beat up dummy and you bring it around so that you can kick it to the curb reluctantly, and then you leave it in the corner until the friends come over again. That's what the Globers are. You don't actually need you until right now. Like, we only need you for this one space. So if you could just show up and then go away, that'd be sweet. Thanks.
I just want to hear the best globe proof because I still haven't heard one.
Yeah, the null hypothesis is pretty deadly. I've not even heard a Glober engage with it, like even a little.
Shout out to Dr. Mike for that one. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
Dude, shout out to the homie. He was
Satellite
like-
images. Images prove the Earth is round.
Nice.
That's the number one proof that AI says. Satellite imagery.
Oh well, whatever the AI says there, buddy, I concede for sure.
I guess if we
That
want a
was one of
Glober
the-
Steel Man, then we can just ask ChatGPT now because that's all they use.
Can,
Well, no, I-
can anybody hear me?
Oh yeah, go ahead, Methuselah. My bad.
Oh, I was just going to say, that's kind of one of the things that brought me around to Flat Earth was what Mark Sargent always brings up in his thing. He says from like 72 all the way to like 2015, there was only one picture of Earth from or by itself, you know, and why is that? We've had that long and there was still only that one picture. And that kind of made me say, what the hell's going on with that?
Yeah. As a sci-fi fan growing up, I will admit it was very disappointing to find out how gay space is really. And fake it is, unfortunately. Like, then again, I realized that it was just from a need to wanting to escape reality instead of facing it head on, right? Like the objective truth
Yeah.
about a reality, and then you
Right.
realize like, oh, I should be challenging what's going on down here on Earth rather than trying to escape it because of fear of what's going down here. So I don't know.
But they do a really good job because like that's a canvas for possibility with creativity and endless storylines. Dude, like the planets with all you can just go anywhere, like No Man's Sky style. Star Wars, Star Trek, endless possibilities. Everything evolves from nothing. Things just popping into existence all over the place. Like so many good stories can be written there narratively, and that if the job is to transport you out of Earth, away from the center, away from God, and towards nonsense, then that is the method with which to do it. Space is the
Oh yeah,
canvas for that.
Flash Gordon and all that stuff was all meant for to jump on that and go with it.
See, that's boomer traps, right? For this generation, it's like video games and SpaceX and Elon. He's so cool. Look how based Elon is.
Look how good at Diablo he is, bro. I bet Sam could whoop his ass or whatever.
Where is Sam?
Dude, Elon never had a Sam minion, I bet.
You know,
No,
I get-
actually, Elon was specifically paying a Sam minion to level his accounts.
I know, that's why it's funny. He pretended to be a Sam minion.
but like I said, I don't know how everyone feels about Trump. You know, he could be Satan himself. You know,
He's my golden savior. Had it for him twice or whatever.
but
Listen, Methuselah,
Hey,
Ball's
okay.
gonna be different this year. Moloch's out, bro. This year, Ball is in and Moloch is out. We're
I got my money on
giving
Moloch.
all the children
listen,
of our
man.
souls and future generations
We
to
gotta
Ball
sacrifice
this
the
year.
kids.
Now
The
listen,
Ball, yeah.
Now listen, a couple of years ago, you know, Ball did us a little dirty, right? But remember, Moloch, the bad man, right, is worse than Ball. So now that Ball's back, you know, obviously we're gonna see if he like, you know, we're gonna feel him out. You know, we're gonna see if he wants to be a good daddy or a bad daddy.
But we still have you know, clones and transporter or time portals, right? So we don't know who's who.
What do you mean, right?
Well, anything that you don't know is just try the chest to protect your soul against the billionaire friends. So that's all I know.
Yeah, could you imagine if we had the Bill Gates one instead of his? Man, we'd be screwed.
The rich billionaire funded by Zionist cartel is actually going to save us from the other rich billionaires funded by Zionist cartels. Get ready. Here we go. Everyone's going to jail.
Looks like we got a little hand up. What's up, Saint?
Yeah.
Welcome.
What's up, gentlemen? I just want to be respectful. Appreciate you letting me to speak. I actually just heard that Trump's going to build a third temple. I just want to hear some clarity on that if you guys know anything about it. Thank you.
Dude, I hope that Ball gets their temple and, you know, doesn't let Moloch deny them their temple.
I don't know, but there's a good argument that he's the Antichrist and he's doing the thing that the Jews said they wrote that they were going to do to bring the thing about, but whatever.
Yeah, there's a good chance that the people paying for the stuff is acting. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be
Talking
weird.
about bringing about your own, yeah. I wouldn't know a group of people that would do that.
Yeah, what was that thing? The like Jewish thing with like the ear piercing and like the right boot and whatever that biblical reference is that they set up for the media and for everyone to just eat up.
Yo,
Yum 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 yum.
Why did I just get an email from Beasticles that says, "Hey, this new loan may surprise you. The interest rate is so low, it's criminal." What does that even
Bro,
mean, dude?
0%
Yeah.
APR for the first year, and that's it. There you go.
For the first year.
Why does it say to sign in blood?
Oh, that's
Is
for
this a
national security
ritual?
purposes and
A ritual for
biometric
blood
authentication.
sacrifice? What is
You
this?
gotta know
one
you
thing
are
for?
you instead of a bot. You know what I mean, Jellybean?
Indubitably.
Well, last year when we were sacrificing to Baal when they was taking our children, you know, he was giving us the lies that he wasn't going to deliver. This year when we give him to Moloch, I know that he'll deliver on the lies.
You know,
Alright.
I kind of
Is that-
watched that Alec Jones movie, that first sacrifice, the first movie, that black and white movie where they actually. Well, Alec Jones said that it was probably a real sacrifice.
Bohemian Grove, I think it was the ritual with the owl, something about sacrifice of peace. Yeah, that's crazy shit.
Oh yeah, the one that he was like led into by chance. Yeah.
Yep.
By the way, Saint, you have another another question other than that one, or what?
Yeah, I want to be respectful, let you know that I'll wait my turn and everything like that. I don't want to talk over anybody.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. I appreciate you guys. Again, I just have a question, which is, so we're all on the same wavelength. We all agree in the same kind of direction, believing that Jews are bad. They're gonna inherit the earth. We're gonna be rising, to the heavens and whatever. 77,000. What are we to do when it is that time? What do we do? Like that's what I'm worried about. That's what keeps me up at night. Like, is there like a central intelligence area where we just all coordinate and then we just take care of each other like a family? Or
Check it
Again,
out.
thank you.
I got you an answer, bro. And this is like one of the best answers I've received when I'm worried about something or something that keeps me up. You got a problem? Can you fix it? Don't worry about it. You can fix it. You got a problem and you can't fix it? Don't worry about it. You can't fix it.
Yeah.
There you go.
What's sagely advice?
Let
Yeah,
me
you'll
just put
be
down this book of Jewish mysticism real quick.
you'll be all right, dog.